Hi, I watched Arcane, and here's my review. Arcane is an animated League of Legends animation of 9 episodes of 40 minutes. The story is about a lot of things. I actually had quite a difficult time trying to summarize the TV show because it really goes on with a lot of characters and a lot of plots. But basically, it's about Vi and Powder, two little girls who lose their parents to a war against Piltover, the city just above their own, that is Zon. Piltover is this really beautiful, rich, and house of innovation city. It's really nice. But Zon is the total opposite. It's really dirty, there's a lot of crimes going on, it's even difficult to breathe, it gets you sick because the air down there is really not good. So there's really a very class difference between the two cities. And because of that, we see these two little girls with their friends and with people like them trying to survive and grow up in this kind of environment. At the same time, we see the emergence of magic in the city of Piltover and by consequence Zone 2 with technology. Magic, which was until now kind of taboo, but someone brings it back to the table and tries new things to make magic work for everyone. So, like I said, I'm sorry, this summarize is awful, but I just really didn't know how to do it. Since this is not a drama, what I usually do, I didn't give it a rating, but if I was to rate it, I think I would give it 9.5 or 10 out of 10 stars. It's a really, really good TV show. I had been waiting for it for a long time. I can't remember exactly when they announced they were doing it, but when they announced it, they actually showed us the trailer at the same time. So they must have been working on this for a really long time. Since then, though, I've been playing League a bit less because I've been just playing another game that's kind of sucking my soul. And I think someone will recognize it when I say that. But yes, so when Arcane came out, I was a bit less excited than I was when it was announced because I was a bit out of it. And I was like, I have to watch it at some point, but I would never go to it. Also because, yeah, I'm this kind of person, but of all the characters of League, none of my favorite are in this show. It's difficult, there are so many League's champions now, but no one is in there, so I was a bit sad. I mean, if one of my favorites was in there, I think I would have picked it up a lot quicker. But it's fine, I really like Kate, for example, I really like playing her. I'm not good at all at ADC, so I'm really not good at Kate, but I like playing her anyway. Honestly, it's a really, really, really good TV show. The animation is amazing. To be honest, when I saw the trailer for the first time, and actually it continued later on, when I saw it for the first time, I was not really convinced with the animation style and everything. It's not that I didn't like it, but it's kind of unusual, if I could say it like that, compared to all the cinematics we get from League of Legends. Usually, it was quite different. So I wasn't too sure. But while watching it, it was perfect. I think I can't even imagine the show in another design or style anymore. I don't know, it fits really nicely. It's really nice. I can't even imagine the work that went into making it. It's incredible. Everything is incredible. The acting voices is incredible. The soundtrack is incredible too. It's really immersive and very powerful. I was really glad they put the song Get Jinxed in there because I really, really like this song. And the image, it's beautiful. Even the scenes where there's like nothing beautiful. You know, it's like, it's just dirt and used water, and you know, the place is terrible to look at, but it's still wonderful, extremely pretty to watch. Like, so many details, so much attention paid to details, and actually putting a few Easter eggs here and there for League players. It's really nice. Also, and I can't go without saying that, is the animation. The animation kind of blew my mind, because I did try animation a few times, once in particular, where I tried to animate a small little robot with 2 legs, and just doing 30 seconds of that was so time consuming. It takes so much time, and the result was not even that good. But to reach such a level, I'm always amazed. It's the same when I watch, for example, Disney or DreamWorks animated movies. It's the same for them. I watch them in awe, because I really know how much time, what work you have to do to make it. It's incredible. So I think when you tried, because you can know that animation is difficult, but when you really tried it, you can really fully realize how difficult it is to make something so nice like this. It's like they have all my respect. Every last bit of respect is for animators. It's really incredible. Oh, as well as people doing the rigs, if they are not the same people, and you know, people doing every bit of work. Not just animation, but you know, texturing, colors, everything. But yeah, animation is incredible, and it doesn't even look like it's 3D animated because of how it's painted and everything. It's kind of in the middle, so it's really amazing. It's really, really well done. But to be honest, I wasn't expecting too less from League of Legends. Of course, they didn't do it alone. They did it with a studio. But yeah, I wasn't expecting any less. I think they kind of used us to have good cinematics before, so I'm glad they kept it good. Now that I've finished it, I want to touch on a few little things in a spoil part, because I think it can be quite spoilery for someone who hasn't seen it. But I believe that if you watch this video, you've seen it, but we never know. So the first thing, of course, is Jinx. Riot has been loving Jinx since she came out. She was the first champion to get a cinematic, really her own video for a release. She was the very first one, at least to this extent of work. So she's kind of special, and even till this day, I feel like she's still put on a very important pedestal, sometimes compared to other characters. But it's okay. I was a bit mind blown in this because of her cinematics and how she is in the game, the little sentences she throws here and there. Because of that, I've always seen her as some kind of crazy girl, but kind of crazy, fun, happy girl. Crazy at the end of the day. I mean, she likes to make everything explode, but you know, the kind of happy, crazy girl. But with this TV show, man, she's everything but happy. Honestly, it felt a bit weird to see her being this kind of crazy but dark crazy. She really has some mental struggle in this. Her story is so much more darker than I could have ever imagined. But I'm not complaining, I actually like that. And I think by the end, she really goes on full Jinx. So I think at this point she's really lost. Maybe they could do something later on to kind of make her change, but it wouldn't really work in the lore anymore if we changed her personality. But the thing is, at this point, when she bombs the council with her weapon, which is her ultimate weapon in the game, when she does that, I think, yeah, Jinx is 100% here, Powder is completely gone, and it's actually at this moment that she might gradually become this kind of happy crazy, like she fully embraced the Jinx side, and so therefore there shouldn't be really any more suffering from what I see because of her sister Vi and her friends she killed and everything. So she might turn like that. To stay kind of on the same thing, I actually never really liked Vi as a champion. I hate being against her, but I never really played her. She's really not my type of character. I'm more of the one who plays mages or, you know, people who can attack from afar. I don't really like go close to others. But I don't know, this show made me appreciate so many champions I never really liked before or never really played either, or just didn't really care about, like Vi and Viktor, for example. I really liked Viktor, and I never really paid attention to the lore of this game before. Well, I knew the first lore, the first one they had with summoners, because it was the first cinematic, and I remember it when it came out. I watched it, and at that time, when it came out, it was like the most beautiful cinematic I had ever seen, and actually the main character of this cinematic was my main character at that time. So I remember it very vividly to this day. And j'étais en train de dire quoi? So then when they changed this lore for something completely different, I completely lost track of the lore altogether. I know maybe one or two I went to read them, mostly for my favorite characters, I think, but by then I kind of forgot them. The only one I actually remember very well, and it's because his lore actually didn't really change from the first lore, it's the same basically. It's Rise. So Rise is not in this TV show. It was my favorite for so many years. It was my very first favorite champions, and I actually stopped playing him when they started reworking him left and right. I saw a lot of people commenting that the person giving the magic to Jace could be Rise. And I can't blame anyone. I thought about it myself. When I saw it first, I saw the teleportation circle with all the runes, and I thought, that really looks like Rise's ultimate. Also the fact that he had a magic gemstone with him, because in the lore, Rise is kind of the protector of the magic. But the thing is, Rise is in charge of protecting them, not giving them away. Also, Rise is purple. And clearly this person was not purple, but it wouldn't make sense for a mage who is in charge of protecting the magic from people using it, because he's seen what horror they can do. He's been alive for many years protecting them, and at some point he even had to go to drastic measures. For anyone who wouldn't know, I don't think it would be a spoiler because it's not him, but he even had to go as far as killing his master, because he could see that his master was starting to change because of the gems. And even himself, he has no confidence in himself to be able to control and resist the corruption the gems can bring to people. So what he does is he gets them and seals them away. So it's not just unlikely that it would be Rise giving the gem to Jace. It's completely impossible. It's sad, because it was my very first favorite character, so I would like to see him in there, but no, there's no way it's him. I don't know who it is, but it can't be Rise, except if they change his lore and how he looks like, but no, it's not possible. Finally, I'm really excited about the news that we're getting a second season, because I really loved this season. It was awesome. I was really into it, so I can't wait to actually see more. But I have to say, actually, I think how it ended could be an end as it is. Just they failed and she killed everyone and boom, the end. It could end this way. It could very well work. But I'm glad we're getting more. They kind of teased one or two characters we might see next season, but nothing's for sure. It would be nice if they could introduce some new character. I know I'm never going to see Zyra, for example, because she's not from this place at all, so I know I'm never going to see Zyra in this show. It's a shame. I had kind of some hope for Ezreal, because it's my lastest favorite champion that I play all the time. I just love his play style so much. I'm not that good, but I love him. While I was thinking about it, I thought, yeah, they're just going to make him annoying, because he's like kind of a flirt and kind of really annoying. So I thought, yeah, if they make him, he's going to be annoying, but it's okay. At least he would be there. But thing is, I don't think they are going to put him, because first, I don't really know how he would enter this storyline, and second, it's linked, is an explorer. He likes to explore the world and discover things. So he wouldn't just stay in Piltover or Zon. Even if he's from Piltover, he must be probably around the world exploring. So yeah, very little chance he would appear in the second season. But I still have a tiny bit of hope. You never know. But yeah, I would ask you if you liked it, but I think I haven't seen a single person not liking it so far, so I think it would be a bit not a real question. Did you have a favorite character? And do you play League? Do you not play League? I really like Kate, not as much her character, because we haven't actually seen so much of her in this show. And by the way, I kind of ship Vi and Kate together, but I said nothing. But for character appearing in this is Kate my favorite, though I love Ekko's playstyle too. I really like Ekko too, but same, I'm not very good with him. But when was I good at League anyway? Yeah, favorite two characters from Leagues in this TV show are Kate and Ekko. But favorite character in the show in itself is, I think, 100% Viktor. I think I would come pretty much second. But yeah, never really liked Singed before and still don't like him. So yeah, don't hesitate to tell me all about that if you're a watcher of this show and if you've also been a player of League of Legends. But yeah, if you liked it, you can like, share and subscribe. I'm not sure I'm going to do another video like this before, maybe for a second season. But yeah, bye bye!